here at the boat center, we see quite a few boats each year that come in here with fuel-related problems directly related to the ethanol. Some of the big issues that we have is that the customer down here will let the boat sit for more than 90 days or not run the fuel through on a regular basis, and the ethanol will actually start to phase separate from the fuel, and you can actually see it in this sample here that we have. This is a sample of the ethanol phase separating from the fuel, and that's consistent with something that sat for a while in the heat down here, and that bottom layer is almost like a gum, and that will clog up injectors, it will clog up carburetors. You know, that leads to a pretty hefty service bill. Typically, a fuel-related service bill in here runs anywhere from $600 to $1,500, depending on whether it's a fuel-injected motor or a carbureted motor. A lot of products on the market. STA-BIL has some good stuff out. It helps run the ethanol gas through the motor at a consistent basis, which is real good. Certainly a lot cheaper than doing a service work on the motor or having a clogged up fuel pump or injectors or carburation problems. You know, these are other samples of fuel-related problems with water in the fuel, which is never a good thing. Ethanol is alcohol, basically, and alcohol absorbs water, and it will only absorb so much, but yes, it attracts water. So the more alcohol you have in your fuel, the more potential to run water through your fuel, or the potential to reduce the octane of fuel, reduce the runnability, if you will, of the fuel, the efficiency, the productivity of the fuel. But nonetheless, the STA-BIL product will actually help absorb water if it's a minimal amount of water in the fuel. You can pour the fuel conditioner stabilizer in there. It'll help absorb the water into the fuel and actually burn it through, also saving a pretty hefty service bill. If you're having to pay for non-ethanol fuel, typically they charge a lot more for the fuel. And if the consumer would run a fuel stabilizer conditioner through their motor every time they filled up, it would certainly be a lot cheaper than bringing it in for service, or it would eliminate almost all of the fuel-related problems we've seen.